Welcome, Leo Rising, to your February 2023 monthly update. I'm going to talk about maybe a little fifth thing for you. It has to do with this month. If you happen to be here and you don't know your rising sign, or you're like a Leo sun, I'm going to actually tell you to go look for your rising sign video. And if you don't know that, there's apps online, or I'll put a link down below. And if you want to get a free chart, I'll send you a PDF of your free chart. You'll need your birth time. So, Leo risings, we start off February with a huge surprising bang for you. And the reason is because on February 5th, the first Sunday of the month, we have a full moon in Leo. This is your full moon of the year. And it's a huge one. And the reason is because there's another planet involved here called Uranus in the sign of Taurus. Uranus brings surprises. It's an electrical, powerful planet that's goal is to be unpredictable and to uproot the normal thing and bring in something new. And a lot of times it happens in surprising ways. It is affecting this moon that happens in your first house, Leo rising, the house that deals with you in general, self, and how you put yourself and engage the world and how the world interacts and sees you. So basically, the rising sign is how we view and engage the world. So this, obviously, Leo likes to do and be about creative expression, showing your life force into the world, showing your beauty and creativity. And not only that, one balance has to do with engaging with the creativity and the generosity that you bring, and the reason why you want to share that deep core light and love that you like to swim in and be in. It's great, Lunation, but you have to expect some tension with this because of Uranus sideswiping the full moon and bringing something out of the blue. That sideswipe actually could be from the part of your chart that deals with career and your public status. And they're intertwined here on this full moon. Yourself and who you are in the world, your public status and your career, and there's a clash that happens. It might not necessarily be bad, but I would actually be on your toes for a little bit of surprise here. But most importantly, it's a Leo full moon. So show yourself, my Leo risings. I know you like this. And even if you're one of the Leo risings out there that isn't always on stage, that I call offstage Leo, that hides out in the background, is sensitive that way, but wants to be seen, I don't think you can help but be seen here on this full moon. And this one is really connected to a lot of other transits that have happened in the last year that deal with the eclipses that have happened in Scorpio and Taurus. There's an ongoing story here. And this is a big bang of one that happens on February 5th. I'm sure you'll have a story or two. Come back to me and leave something in the comments. I'm especially sensitive to your Leo risings on this forecast. If you're looking for a reading, hit me up because this is a big one. You're not going to forget this month and this weekend for a long time. When we get past that, on February 11th, the planet that deals with communication, your ideas, thoughts, and opinions, and how that's constructed, enters the sign of Aquarius, your opposite polarity sign, and that happens on February 11th. And that way of communicating in a different way, Aquarius, alternative way, Aquarius, what's different from the norm, Aquarius, the air sign of Aquarius is a scientific, more experimental mind that wants to branch off and needs its autonomy and space. And Mercury, the sign of communication, is going to happen through that space in the area that deals with relationships for you and who you engage with in relationships, whether it's your intimate partner, whether it's friends or family, who you're relating to and how you're communicating will be a big part of this month. And looking for new ways to do it are those alternative ways from what's been normal. Use this to your advantage. This can seem at first a little cold because Aquarius is kind of a colder, more detached sign, and the communication might come through that way, and a lot, not in the way of fire that you like to, more engagement. It's a different type of engagement, but use this to your advantage because there's something new and out of the blue there. Now we have two things. We have the Leo full moon that has something to do with out of the blue, and then we have this Mercury in Aquarius that has a little bit of that too. So you kind of got a vibe here for the first half of the month, okay? So when we get into the 18th, the sun moves into the sign of Pisces, the Pisces birthday start, and within 24 hours, we have a new moon happen in the sign of Pisces, and this is how this affects you. It deals with the part of your chart that deals with the 8th house. Traditionally, The 8th house has to do sometimes with secrets and things behind the scenes, but it deals with inheritances. It deals with other people's resources, people that you're intimately connected to, and shared resources that you have. Old school stuff is going to say endings like a death, but I'm not into that. But I just want to be real about the ancient texts, what they say. But a lot of times it deals with where sometimes fears reside. And this new moon and Piscean vibe that happens there could bring a salve and a little bit of healing there. The reason is not only is the new moon happening there, but currently in the sky, Venus is there in Pisces, and it brings compassionate, divine love and the wanting to integrate with others through that vessel. And this new moon kind of intensifies that. So when it deals with your fears and certain things that are hiding in the dark, this is a place for you to look at it differently and engage with those fears in a loving, compassionate way with yourself or those people that you have shared resources with. So when we get into one of the final thing I want to talk about here this month is it's within less than an hour of the new moon in Pisces, the planet Venus leaves Pisces and goes into Aries. And it's like within the hour. It's amazing astrology for this month. And this actually moves into the place, an area of your life and chart that deals with the 9th house. The 9th house deals with where we explore on the quest that we like to go on. Part of the 9th house subject matter has to do with foreign travel. That's why they call that part of the house like foreign travel, because of the quest, the things that you go do to seek higher truth, to bring in different higher truths to incorporate into yours. Another way the 9th house works is dealing with higher education, the exchange of ideas, bringing in new information to incorporate on your spiritual quest. It deals with faith and religion in this area, even astrology. And that's where Venus and Aries is want to show and relate to. You will want to relate to others, showing your core self and will, Aries, and relate in that area of life that deals with moving around and bringing different philosophical truths into your world and the exchange of them. It's just how you do it. But basically, you're going to put yourself forward here this month. I'm a little laughing, Leo rising, because this is like every single big thing that happens this month affects you deeply more than some other signs, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus too. But like, you have it. You're on stage, whether you like it or not. You're on stage this month. So know that, use it, and to end this, shine so bright the way you do. If you like what you're hearing, hit the subscribe button. But until next time, I'll see you.